thought within one's own bosom and in the surrounding world. Moreover, when the issues at hand seem as perplexing as they often do, in the case of this dreadful conflict, we are always on the verge of being mesmerized by uncertainty. But we must move on. Some of us who have already begun to break the silence of the night have found that the calling to speak is often a vocation of agony. But we must speak. We must speak with all the humility that is appropriate to our limited vision. But we must speak. We must rejoice as well, for surely this is the first time in our nation's history that a significant number of its religious leaders have chosen to move beyond the prophesying of smooth patriotism to the high grounds of a firm dissent based upon the mandates of conscience and the reading of history. Perhaps a new spirit is rising among us. It is, let us trace its movements. Pray that our own inner being may be sensitive to its guidance. We are deeply in need of a new way beyond the darkness that seems so close around. Over the past 2 years, as I have moved to break the betrayal of my own silence, to speak from the burnings of my own heart, as I have called for radical departures from the destruction of Vietnam. Many persons have questioned me about the wisdom of my path. At the heart of their concern is where it has often loomed large and loud. Why are you speaking about the war, Dr. King? Why are you joining the voices of dissent? Peace and civil rights don't mix, they say. Aren't you hurting the cause of your people, they ask. And when I hear them, though I often understand the source of their concern, I'm nevertheless greatly sad. Such questions mean that the inquirers have not really known my commitment to my calling. Indeed, their questions suggest that they do not know the world in which they live. In the light of such tragic misunderstanding, I deem it of signal importance to try to state clearly, and I trust precisely, why I believe that the path from Dexter Abbeville Baptist Church, the church in Montgomery, Alabama, where I began my pastorate, leads clearly to this sanctuary tonight. I come to this platform tonight to make a passionate plea to my beloved nation. This speech is not addressed to Hanoi or to the National Liberation Front. It is not addressed to China or Russia. Nor is it an attempt to overlook the ambiguity of the total situation and the need for a collective solution to the tragedy of Vietnam. Neither is it an attempt to make North Vietnam or the National Liberation Front Taiwan's version, not to overlook the role they must play in the successful resolution of the problem. While they both may have justified
I dragged the bodies to the death.
Suspicions of the good faith in the United States.
Try it again, stupid cunt.
Life and history give eloquent testimony to the fact
You want to get shot on sight for trying that?
conflicts are never resolved without trustful give and take on
Just
both
punch
sides.
it down.
Tonight, however, I wish
Grab
not
you
to
with the
speak
snow
to
and ice.
Hanoi and the National Liberation Front, but rather to my
Now do you think this is
fellow
England?
Americans. Since I am a preacher by calling, I suppose
Fucking
it is
cunt.
not surprising that I have
Look at
7
you right now on
major
sight
reasons for
with your
bringing
fucking friend.
Vietnam into the field of my moral condition. That is, and now to set their obvious and almost facile connection between the war in Vietnam and the struggle I and others have been waging in America.
And fire.
A few years ago, there was a shining moment in that struggle. It seemed as
We
if
heard
there
that
was
too
a real
at
promise
FBI
of hope for the poor, both black
Searching
and
federal
white,
will take you.
through the poverty program. There were experiments, hopes,
Bring
new
that into the border.
beginnings. Then came the
Facts,
build-up
Bill.
in Vietnam.
Want to go south?
I watched this program broken and eviscerated, as if it was some island of a society gone mad on war.
But the
I
peasants.
knew that America would never
How much does
invest
it weigh?
the necessary funds or
how much
energy
does it
in
weigh?
rehabilitation of its poor, so long as adventures like Vietnam continue to draw men and skills and money, like some destructive suction tube. So I was increasingly compelled to see the war as an enemy of the poor and to attack it as such. Perhaps a more tragic recognition of reality took place. It became clear to me that the war was doing far more than devastating the hopes of the poor at home. It was sending their sons and their brothers and their husbands to fight and to die in extraordinarily high proportions relative to the rest of the population. We were taking the black young men who had been crippled by our society and sending them 8,000 miles guaranteed levities and southeast aid, which they had not found in southwest Georgia and East Holland. So we have been repeatedly faced with a cruel iron, watching Negro and white boys on TV screens. They kill and die together for a nation that has been unable to seat them together in the same schools. So we watch them in brutal solidarity, burning the huts of the poor village. We realize that they would hardly live on the same block in Chicago. I could not be silent in the face of such cruel manipulation of the poor.
I ain't white either.
My third reason moves to an even deeper level of awareness, for it grows out of my experience in the ghettos of the North over the last 3 years, especially the last 3 summers. As I have walked among the desperate, rejected, and angry young men, I have told them that Molotov cocktails and rifles would not solve their problems. I have tried to offer them my deepest compassion while maintaining my conviction. Social change comes most meaningfully through nonviolent action. But they ask, and rightly so, what about Vietnam? They ask if our nation wasn't using massive doses of violence to solve its problem, bring about the changes it wanted. Their questions hit home, and I knew that I could never again raise my voice against the violence of the oppressed and the ghetto without having first spoken clearly to the greatest purveyor of violence in the world today, my own government. For the sake of those boys, for the sake of this government, for the sake of the hundreds of thousands trembling under our violence, I cannot be silent. To those who ask the question, aren't you a civil rights leader? Thereby mean to exclude me from the movement of peace. I have this further answer. In 1957, when a group of us formed the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, we chose as our motto to save the soul of America. We were convinced we could not limit our vision to certain rights for black people, but instead affirmed the conviction that America would never be free, saved from itself, till the descendants of its slaves were loosed completely from the shackles they still wear. In a way, we were agreeing with Langston Hughes, that black Bob Howard, who had written earlier, "Oh yes, I say it plain. America never was America to me. Yet I swear this oath, America will be. Now it should be incandescently clear that no one who has any concern for the integrity and life of America today can ignore the present war. If America's soul becomes totally poisoned, part of the autopsy must read Vietnam. It can never be saved so long as it destroys the deepest hopes of men the world over. So it is that those of us who are yet determined that America will be are led down the path of protest and dissent, working for the health of our land. As if the weight of such a commitment to the life and health of America were not enough, another burden of responsibility was placed upon me in 1954. And I cannot forget that the Nobel Peace Prize was also a commission to work harder than I had ever worked before for the brotherhood of man. This is a calling that takes me beyond national allegiances. But even if it were not present, I would yet have to live with the meaning of my commitment to the ministry of Jesus Christ. To me, the relationship of this ministry to the making of peace is so obvious that I sometimes marvel at those who ask me why I'm speaking against it. Could it be that they do not know that the good news was meant for all men, for communists and capitalists, for their children and ours, for black and for white, for revolutionary and conservative? They have forgotten that my ministry is in obedience to the one who loved his enemies so fully that he died for them. What then can I say to the Viet Cong, or to Castro, or to Mao as a faithful minister of this one? And I threaten them with death. Must I not share with them my life? Finally, as I tried to explain to you and for myself the road that leads from Montgomery to this place, I would have offered all that was most valid if I simply said that I must be true to my conviction, that I share with all men the calling to be a son of the living God. Beyond the calling of race or nation or creed is this vocation of sonship and brotherhood, because I believe that the Father is deeply concerned, especially for his suffering and helpless and outcast children. I come tonight to speak for them. This I believe to be the privilege and the burden of all of us who deem ourselves bound by allegiances and loyalties, which are broader and deeper than nationalism, and which go beyond our nation's self-defined goals and positions. We are called to speak for the weak, for the voiceless, for the victims of our nation, for those it calls enemy, for no document from human hands can make these humans any less our brothers. As I ponder the madness of Vietnam and search within myself for ways to understand and respond in compassion, my mind goes constantly to the people of that peninsula. I speak now not of the soldiers of each side, not of the ideologies of the liberation front, not of the hunter inside gone, but simply of the people who have been living under the curse of war for almost 3 continuous decades now. I think of them too, because it is clear to me that there will be no meaningful solution there until some attempt is made to know them and hear their broken cries. They must see Americans as strange liberators. Vietnamese people who claimed their own independence in 1954, in 1945 rather, after a combined French and Japanese occupation. and before the Communist Revolution in China. They were led by Ho Chi Minh.
I want to take this time to talk about what's going on in America and what's going on in Congress and what's happening right now as we speak. That was Dr. Martin Luther King, and then we're getting ready to go to the next level. And I want to share this with you this morning. This is 2020. I want to give you the key to open up doors for you. Philippians 4:19. And also, that's one key. Second key is St. Luke 6:38 and St. Matthew 6:33, seek first the kingdom of God, and St. Mark 11:29 and St. Mark 11:25, and the 23rd number of Psalms. The Lord is my shepherd, shall not want. I want you to get ready for a breakthrough. I want you to get ready this morning on this 2020, going into Black History Month. And I want to talk about what happened with our ancestors, what happened in slavery, and where we at with that right now, and what's going on with us, and what's going on in our community. I want to take this to tell you that the storms and the floods is because of global warming, and that's some of the stuff that's going on. This is the seed of Abraham, divine spirit ministry, prophecy, and the strength of the black family. That's what our theme is in 2020. 2020, you have the power. In 2020, you have the power to speak to what you want. The spirit of warfare. Here's the warfare of prayer. I put on the whole armor of God with the cleansing the mind of my ancestors and all the saints of God, and being the son of God, I put on the full armor to move away from witchcraft, evil, and all kinds of negative energy, with the spirit of the Almighty God to watch over me, work for me. That's for me.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. And to put things together, and that to bring to you to work and to do anything, and I have that force, that to put force down to master every evil in the name of the knowledge of God and Jesus and all the saints of God, and those that are stood with them. We fight the wars of the devil. We put on the full armor. The full armor of God is the knowledge of God, the wisdom of God, and the knowledge of our ancestors, and the knowledge of Ecclesiastes 6 and 11, 1 Peter 5 and 8, 2 Corinthians 10, 3 through 5, Proverbs 4:23, Proverbs 18:21, 1 John 2:16, Ecclesiastes 16:14, 18, 19. Get ready for the blessing. I give the line to you in the truth of God, that He will break yokes for you, and the Spirit of God open up doors for you. And as we get ready to go to the next level, we get ready to break yokes. We get ready to open doors up. Get ready to claim the power of God to be with you. So right now, the 10 Commandments, Exodus 20, verse 3 through 17, the commandments that God gave us is still true today. Well, I want to say to you, I want to talk about what's going on in the world. The diseases that have diseases that have overtaken us, and the diseases are working with us now. And we're dealing with the diseases that overtaken us. We have to deal with the diseases that's going on in our family. So the disease that we got going on now is the disease of hate, envy, jealous, and all of that. And diseases that we have defied God because we're still eating animals. We got to leave flesh alone and go back to a diet of herbs and go to a diet of vegetables. And once we do that, we can eliminate all the poisons out of our body, all the chemicals out of our body. And that's part of the situation that we got going on now. We're not dealing with what we're supposed to be dealing with. In Mississippi, Arkansas, we're to the point now where we got a disease coming from China. And that disease is toxic. We had the Legion air disease. We had the Ebola virus. All this is directly from poisoning your system, more disease because of what we eat, and we have to change our diet. And once we change our diet, we'll be more healed and more better. I think that's the most important thing, for us to change our diet. And you that know that, we must do that change and do it quick, fast, and there in spirit. And I want to talk about what happened in the 60s and 55, and when Dr. King came to Chicago, and when people didn't understand his philosophy. They didn't understand what the racism and white supremacy that was going on down in Alabama, in Mississippi, in Arkansas, in Georgia, down in Louisiana, down in Texas. We're at the point now where we have found out that those Ku Klux Klan have took off the sheets and put on suits, and they're in Congress. The Republican Party is part of that. You can't do no wrong. So we are right now getting ready for a revolution. We're getting ready for a civil war. If somebody don't step in and stop the violence and the racial remarks that has been put down by the people in Washington, the guns that the lobbyists put out, and the dope that from the ghetto of Chicago, the ghetto of Mississippi, Arkansas, the drugs. And we have young people now that are mentally ill from drug addiction, black on black, Spanish on Spanish. It's because of the wide use of drugs and because Congress, along with the president, have let it go too long. The lack of taking the drugs, stopping the drugs, stop the killing, save the babies. We had 400 killings in Chicago, 4,000 killings in Chicago in 1 year. In 1 week, one weekend, we had 27 murders and maybe 150 shootings in Chicago, Detroit, California, Las Vegas, Arkansas, Mississippi. The murders are among us. They're among us because the Bible said that the wages of sin is death, to give to God eternal life. Man must go back to creating God. Man must go back to understand the God of the universe, the God of the whole world is concerned about you and me. Don't get caught up in being sick in a world that's moving fast with dope, drugs. Don't get caught up in that. I'm out of young folks in the spirit of Dr. King. Racism and white supremacy is still real in America. And it's a brand. Now, the animals is jumping on humans. The animals have turned, the lion, the bear, and the animals have turned against the human. The animals are fighting each other. So it's important for us to understand what we need to do in order to get away from this stuff. So what we need to do is be a part of what's going on, is to stop the killing and save the baby. But I want to say in 2020, I see up in the Midwest blizzards. I see up in the Midwest, in the South, drought like we've never seen before. When you go out west, floods and fires and mudslides. This is 2020. I want to bring it to you. And it have attacked it, Bright Star and Chief Izzy, they have attacked it man thought. It nobody trusts nobody because of the atmosphere. We have a president that have bully and talking negative and medical conditions. We have people that is sick right now that fought in the Vietnam War, fought in Korea, come home. And there's a war started because of the president regularly talking that talk. So it's something going on in our world today. And I want to say to you, spiritual warfare have to take the place to walk and move to the next level. It's hard for friends to be like we ought to be, but I feel that we have to move to the next level, open up doors that will open up. And I want to pray for you this morning. And we're going into Black History Week. Paul Langston about Roberson. Those that have shined the light on what's going on. Those have been the keepers of the gate. Those that have money have not come back to feed the hungry, to clothe the naked. We still are in a situation where we need to walk together as sisters and brothers. As the day, the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. movement, and we are working with other community organizations, SCLC, one of the older organizations, that was started by Dr. King and Reverend Nixon and Reverend Abernathy. Stop the killing, save the baby. And we want to bring brothers out of jail, and we want them to get a second chance, because you got young men in Boston got life sentences and they 16, 17, they in prison for life. And you got a governor, didn't do nothing wrong, as we see it, got 14 years, and we got a mayor of Detroit, he got 38 years, he ain't killed nobody. But the people that's running the courts are crooked, they are sinful, and sinful men are tyrants, and they're tying people up. We have the Bloods and the Crips. They're about gone because the federal government did the Black Panther Party, who fed people, who fed children when they was hungry, going to school. Most of them are dead or they in jail. Mark Clark, Fred Hampton, and Hugh B. Newton, and Bobby Seale, all of them people have gone on, but they trailed the way. Singali, Elwood Bay, and out Chicago, and those on the west side, Pepperell, them that tried to bring out, working out of racism in order to bring our people up. Larry Hoover's in jail for life right now, this 2020. Jeff Ford is in prison for life, 2020. Their case need to be investigated, because all young men, the new slavery will put you in jail for life. So you have no distance out here. They'll come to Chicago, New York, or come to Boston, or come to, they wouldn't even know how it looked. They've been in jail for 20 years, but they got them for life. That's racism, white supremacy at the core. This is some of the things that our professors, our lawyers, those that go into school, that look over those cases, those that's getting out of school, been to school, to look over the case and see why it's so much going on with that. And I want to say to you, that's some of the stuff that we had prophesied that would happen. We're the seed of Abraham, divine experiment. Do you need a blessing? Do you need a financial blessing? Do you need a healing? Yes, you do. You need to be delivered from trouble and witchcraft. God has spoken to us through the Holy Bible and the divine word that he have gave us authority. Jeremiah 1 and 5. Remember, God have chosen you and me to be the ambassador of the world. God have already commissioned us to the $1 trillion flow. God have brought us to this level, man and woman, woman and man, to be a creator of the earth, to give the earth life as Mother Earth give us life. St. Matthew 6:33, St. Matthew 18:1. As we come to 2020, we must think globally. We must reach our brothers, sisters, and brothers that is less fortunate than us, our sisters and brothers that is broken, and we got to come and build them up. We are the Word of God. We are the children of God. Proverbs 3:16, Proverbs 6. We are the eyes of God and the peace of God. This is the new hope that we will go to the next level. Psalms 119, east, west, north, and south. I feel love, peace, truth, freedom, and justice are called. And I feel that the spirit of the ancestors, that are yes, Lord, the spirit of the ancestors will come out and open up a door for us, and the spirit of the ancestors will move in the man. St. Mark 11:29, St. Mark 11:25, Deuteronomy 28:7, Deuteronomy 7:28. I want you to get ready for God to bless you on this, going into this year, 2020, 2021, 22, even up to 2025. Electronic media, people flying with their cars, people have the cure for diseases, cancer, high blood, diseases is coming. But because, I want to say this, because of the negative energy of racism, that's right now the stink of racism in the White House, with the president and with the Congress, with the Senate, that they will have a trial, and the trial is not working in their behalf. So get ready for a breakthrough. Get ready for God to mass your blessing. Get ready for every door closed will be opened up for you and me. So I claim your healing right now. I claim your breakthrough. I claim that God will open up a door for you. I'm praying for you, Bright Star, Mary Hawkins, and those that support the Dr. King movement, them that support the Seed of Abraham. You can go to my website. That's theseedabraham.com. You can write me at Post Office Box 28, 9097, Chicago, Illinois 60628. That's Bishop Turner. Or you can go to my website, theseedabraham.com. And as you go to my website, go to the homepage, and you can go to PayPal, and you can send a donation if you want to be a part of this ministry. And I'm praying for you, everyone that's listening, I'm praying for you. Everyone that's trying to make a move, I'm praying for you. And I want to tell you, we're in a serious situation now that we must come together to fight racism and white supremacy. It's in our schools, it's in our job market, it's in education, it's even in politics. So call me at 708-582-0372. Maybe you want a message. Call me at 708-582-0372, and I will answer and give you your prophecy for 2020. I feel that the Seed of Abraham will, and you can go to my radio show each night. That number is 714-816-4685, 714-816-4685. That's Blog Talk Radio from 11 to 12 all this month, from 11 to 12 all this year. And we'll be saying something to uplift you, to bless you. We'll be saying something to bring you to the next level. It's something that's going on in our world. There's something going on that we must look going into 2020 and going into the psychic warfare. And we're going into cyberspace where they can hack your account. They can cut your lights off. We got to get off the grid. We're on the grid. We got to go back to Pa and Mom thing. it's a disgrace that we have a president that disrespect the law and disrespect people. So it's very important for us to get cleared up and get that out away from us. So it's very important. I want to come to you and I want to send out a prayer for the world. I want to send out a prayer for the world to break every yoke. Sorry, prayer. For the world.